Hello and welcome back to Shakhtar's Glory, episode 52. Obviously last time out we had that humbling defeat at home to Athletico Madrid. I think it was 3-1. I've literally recorded this on the back of that, but there's been the game in the middle and a bit of time. I think it's like a week and the computer just got through there really slow. There's a lot of news items to get through and a lot of bits, a few staff changes I made, a few players I was just looking at after a few contracts too. So not for today's episode, but they just sort of made this episode, this particular game a little bit further away, so it slipped out of my mind, but I'm pretty sure it's 3-1. Probably job done. We'll have a look at the schedule in a minute just to make sure that was the case, but I'm pretty sure it's job done for them. I was so gutted after that game that I just forgot everything about it. But we had a game against Alexandria in the league, which was the game in between. 2-0. The stats show we had 22 shots and 10. They had 12 and 4. But not a lot really happened in this game. It was really tense. It was 0-0 for just after half time. We made the breakthrough with Barco. It was a pretty good strike. And then we sealed it with about 89 minutes. So we got a penalty and he dispatched that as well. We could have had another penalty right even later than that, but it didn't happen. Firmino did pick up a knock, but he's only out for a couple of days and it doesn't really hurt us too much. Not much more to say on that really. So yeah, it was 3-1. It was indeed. So I think it was Griezmann got one. Yeah, Costa got one just before half time, and Gamiro did it as well. We actually took the lead in that game, and we were looking pretty good. Diego Costa was the one that annoyed me, carrying an injury and scores and goes off. Like I should have took Fernandez off because my players when they're injured they don't do anything, but they seem to score against me. So a little bit salty there, but you know. What can I say? We lost the game. We probably didn't deserve to win the game. Certainly didn't deserve to lose 3-1. We deserved to be with a chance of doing a bit more against this. But we didn't really turn up in that game. We took the lead, but after that we kind of just down tools a little bit. In that 4-2 we did play the same sort of system. A lot of similar players as well, actually, to be honest. But we could have maybe made some different changes in that first game, some subs, some tactical switches, and particularly in the second half to try and nab one back. I mean, I think we should have nabbed one back if I remember correctly. But we'll look at the team we're going for today anyway. Enough about the last game. We're in strong form. They're in strong form. I thought I was making us the favourites for a moment there. It said because our strong is highlighted in green, but the only dip there is the Athletico game. They've had a couple of draws, so I'm assuming they drew their league game since the last time they did against Leganés. I'm not too sure, so that's possibly dropped them out of the. It hasn't dropped them out of the title race. They're still in there. Obviously, it was a game. I presume they had to, put a full strength sort of team out. They've had the Copa America as well just before us. Copa America. Where did that come from? Copa del Rey even. So they've had some big games. They got Las Palmas, Bilbao, and Getafe. So they've got some key games coming up. They're still in the title race and they are the champions. They're looking to defend that title. So hopefully there's a bit of tiredness in the team. Now I'm looking and I'm seeing Viseo is in there. I'm thinking I'm taking him out. I'm going to put Yaremchuk in. Anything else I'm going to go with? Viseo did get 4 against them last time. But he was terrible in that Alexandria game. He didn't do himself any favours. Rodrigo I'm toying with maybe sticking in there, but he again doesn't do amazingly when I stick him in as a striker, I don't think. Let's see how he's done in the league. 3 goals in 5 games and 5 assists. That's not too shabby actually, is it? We'll maybe keep Yaremchuk as a impact player. We've got some options on the bench there. Let's see if we maybe put Fernandez in there. I think I had done the team and I'm just making last minute changes on the fly as I do it, but I think that'll be enough to go with now. Obviously Kvitsov has been out injured for a while, but he steps in. We have got Leo Santos there who could play instead, but I think Kvitsov just gives that a bit of extra experience. They're playing I think the same team as before, man for man, and same system obviously as well. I don't know, I said pick up where you left off because we were awful in that last game, both against Atletico Madrid and in the league, depending which way he looks at it. We'll send the assistant to the tunnel, and Paulinho's in for this game obviously as well. I don't know if we went over the team too much. You had a chance to look at it. I didn't go over it, but it was there quite long for you to have a look at. And it looks like Kvitsov might already be injured again. But we are going for this other system. It worked well against Bayern Munich, so we're nearly through them. We need to do something different in this game. Hopefully that can be the inspiration. Rodrigo, a little bit of lag there it seems, but Leo puts it through, and Paulinho buries one 3 minutes in, and we are back in this game. Obviously we need 3 goals here, whether it be 3-0 or 3-1. 3-1 takes extra time, 3-0 sees us through. Because obviously we've got that 1 goal in our home ground, but we've got to keep them quiet for another 87 minutes without scoring, so that's a tough ask. But shots, much like the first game, not flying in thick and fast. Still quite tense. Both teams sort of maybe giving each other the respect they deserve to a degree, or just cancelling each other out a little bit, but they've got a chance to cross the ball, and Costa just puts it over. He obviously recovered from his injury and he's back in the team. He's looking nervous, not too sure why, but you can see a lot of their fitness is starting to drop. But we are the ones playing the sloppy passes. And they're coming forward again. Oh, don't let Costa get the ball in. Can you nip it back? Nick it back off him. And Griezmann. I think that's the end of the tie. We need to be keeping a clean sheet in this game. Obviously, if we get 2 more, we're talking extra time. I don't see us getting 2 more without them scoring again, in all honesty. They are getting tired, but like I said, I mentioned it in a video not a while back, fitness doesn't seem to affect the other teams like it does us. If we get a player down to 60%, he's going to struggle, he's going to get booked, he's going to get sent off, he's going to give the ball away. Half their team are on 70 already. It's not happening, we're the ones giving the ball away. So just before half time, and Griezmann is injured and goes off, so that's a big change. They've put Koke up front. I'm not too sure why they've done that. If they made a sub, they've put Vitola on to go left wing. But we come out for the second half. We're going to stick with it till maybe the hour. Not a lot is happening in this game. Right, there's the hour. They have brought Dolberg on for Costa, so they've got a complete new... And Gamiro's come on for Koke, so I don't know why they just didn't do that for Griezmann in the first place. They've wasted a sub there, but I'm alright with that. Yeah, but they are really struggling with... What do we do here? Kvitsov is going to struggle. Did I put Barker on the bench? I did. I'm thinking we need a goal now. We just go for it. None of the strikers are particularly having a great game. Going to stick Brightke out there. We're going to stick Yaremchuk through the middle. We'll just try a bit of a personnel change first and foremost, I think. See if we can get something going. Bookho is... Wow, they're both booked. Bookho is struggling, but he's good for an assist generally. So we'll take one of the yellow carded players off, at least. Bookho's probably also the more likely to get sent off, which is annoying, but... and the change made, and they get highlighted, and they're probably going to score it. Yes, they do, Kasper Dolberg. We had to do something. We've left ourselves short at the back. But, well, didn't expect this to happen that quickly. I mean, it's a great header, but shouldn't be letting that happen. And since that Dolberg goal, literally nothing has happened. This looks like it's going to be the final highlight, and it's going to them, and it is over. We've lost 5-2 on aggregate. Particularly disappointed with this. We took an early lead. A bit like the last game, we took an early lead, but we just fell apart after that. And I mean, I don't think this Atletico team is particularly much more amazing than us. We've bettered them over 2 games in the group, but we've just bottled it in this semi-final stage. We really have, and we know now we've got at least another season now to go if we want to try and win that Champions League. And we're going aggressive. Yeah, now you're motivated, fired up, great. You've lost the game. So 5-2. From what I recall, I think it's Man United they've got in the final. Yeah, they absolutely smashed Juventus over 2 legs. What's that? 4-0 away and then 1-1 at home. So it'll be Man United again. I think they're champions. Yes, they are the champions. So they're going for to try and retain it. I don't think it's something that's happened. It's never happened Champions League certainly hasn't happened. I don't think has happened, does it? Unless it has happened in the save. I'm thinking, of course, Real Madrid have. And in actual fact, in real life, they're going for it for a third time, aren't they? So, Spain, well, yeah, real big dominance on that. I mean, probably the last 15, 20 years, Spain have had a big impact on the Champions League. A lot of finalists, a lot of winners. I might come back for the cup final. At least we're in some sort of cup final this year. But yeah, we have got to another semi-final in Champions League. That's 2 years on the bounce now. It's possibly not improvement. We've kind of remained at last year's level, so we maybe have to have a little bit of thinking this summer what we can do to take us to that next level, that next step, and get to the final, which will be progress, and then hopefully even win that final. If you like this video, drop me a like on the video, drop me a comment, and like I said, I reply to all comments, and yeah, subscribe to my channel while you're there, just keep up to date with what we're doing. You know, you can go back and look at all the previous episodes, or just keep up to date from this point forward. From this point forward, obviously, it's going to be a new, fresh Champions League campaign. Whether it's the next episode or the one after that, I'm not too sure. There may well have to be a transfer special, because I think there's going to be a lot of ins, possibly a few outs as well. A few ins, possibly a lot of outs. I think we're going to have a bit of a rejig with the squad and see what we can do. Maybe try and freshen the squad up a little bit. But until then, I will see you next time. Take care.